The whole purpose and the whole mission of the game is to obey COINTELPRO, to obey martial law. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, let's say, for instance, you meet some people, and since you know the All CNI got you in this program, so whoever you meet, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you meet, their names is going to be, like I said, broadcasted all around television, whether it's actors or whether these people got the same names for sure. And then once you sit back here and you start talking down and you start saying, hey, look, this person got the same name as such and such. But then you got to remember, these same names of these people that you meeting, they are attached to you, just like the CIA. They got these actors attached to you for you to see on television and all on your phone. So whoever you come in contact with, or whatever, you keep on seeing the same synchronicities of people. Like I said, once you meet them, then that's it. They attach to you. You know what I'm saying? Period. Forget them just living around you. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you meet them, even though everybody attached to you by this secret, this program, that's how it go. So, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you meet this person. Now you sit back here, like I said, you thinking all types of stuff. I hope they're not down or whatever the case may be. You keep on seeing them. They keep on coming around you, trying to be your friend, trying to get you to hang out with them and whatever the case may be. And then before you know it, it's the same repeated pattern, just like the rest of the enemies that you done met, what you done had, like I said, 1,000 more before this person. You know what I'm saying? It's the same repeated patterns. Just create enemies and just wanted you to be friends with the enemy, man. That's the main part of the program. It's just a whole bunch of people, like I said, just in the program towards you, that's secret, that have you seeing them and meeting them. So whoever's controlling the television or controlling anything dealing with the phones and all that stuff, like I said, for you to see these people lookalikes, their names being broadcasted, have you think all certain types of stuff, and then before you know it, you start witnessing and seeing weird stuff like you know, you ain't never seen before. You see what I'm saying? He just dropped that trash, you know what I'm saying? All he had to do was just put it in the car the right way, but he wanted to sit back here, you know. But anyway, that's how I go. That's why you sit back and you see any people moving in around you real quick overnight. The synchronicities, you know what I'm saying? People coming and going real fast, because that's the part of the program. That's the part of the plan. And the whole plan is, like I said, to use your mind, your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, as a broadcast out loud. And to have everybody, like I said, being down with this COINTELPRO martial law experiment that's taking place throughout the world. And you know, that people are registering and signing up and moving into these communities for. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the military personnel, retired or still serving, they know. The ones that's participating in it, that's non-military, they hooked up to them, but they know what's going on. They just ain't gonna say it, because I'm telling you, the whole mission objective is to make people think that they got freedom, when freedom, like I said, don't exist, and privacy don't exist. You see what I'm saying? He got the hats right there. He got the hats right there, you know what I'm saying, on the dashboard with Keith showing, if you look in front of the windshield. But, you know, I already improved my point on that. But I'm just saying, like, wherever you go around the community, like I said, everybody's hive mind hooked up to you through satellites of your frequency. And whoever you meet, you gonna hear their names and see lookalikes and see them and see their names a whole bunch of times. And then, like I said, once you start thinking, like I said, whether negative, positive thoughts or whatever, they gonna keep on showing. Even if you don't think about them, they gonna keep on showing anyway, just to get you to think about them, so they can have the right to mess with your stuff. And that's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? And that's how the program goes. So you ain't just seeing the same people just to see them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these people, they trying to, like I said, get charges dropped, criminals, all types of stuff. Like I said, they just trying you by causing you to see them, to think that to make you think that they just out and about, or that they want to see you. But the whole purpose of the plan is, like I said, to use them as COINTELPRO, DARPA, you know, STOTC, and all these terminologies, so they can mess with you by knowing what's on your mind and how you think toward them, about them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. That's how. Now I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. They getting paid. I don't know. They being funded. Homeland Security. I don't know too much about all that. Gift cards and all that. I just be saying that. But by the looks of it, though, it seems like that's just how the program really goes, though, for the main part. Like, you see them, you meet them, you keep on hearing their names, they keep on throwing their names out there on television, whatever you come across, lookalikes of them, clones walking around, roaming around, whatever. Then once you start sitting back here thinking, like, okay, this look like such and such, this person next door, somebody I know, whatever. You ride around town, you're going to see everybody that you just mentioned, just thought about, or look alike. You're going to see similarities of them, see them, or whatever, roaming around. And they all hooked up to this hive mind, like I said, 5G, martial law experiment, whatever the case may be. This experiment that this brain project, so that popped off between 2012, 13, really 2011 to 2013. And that's what's going on. And ain't nobody going to tell you that, because that's the secret behind them keep on having to show themselves around you. To try to get you to think certain stuff. And the whole point of it is to have you thinking negative thoughts. How you going to think positive about seeing the same person all the time when you know what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You know what the all-seeing eye did to you to introduce you, to wake you up to what's going on. So how you going to look at it in a positive way? You know what I'm saying? How you going to look at it in a positive way? Period. How are you going to look at it in a positive way? So, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. And like I said, all the Masons, they involved in it, because they the foot soldiers. A lot of Masons, like I said, that done served or currently served, that I know, that I done heard about, and all that, Eastern Stars and all that. And all they doing, like I said, they working with COINTELPRO, the military, and the CIA. They all work together to come against you for what you stand for and what you represent. Like I said, which is the truth, where everybody got to sit back here and broadcast these lies and put off a front to make it seem like it's something that it's not. But the thing about it is they got to be seen through my eyes to put off the perp fronts around me instead of somebody else in particular, because that person don't know how the game goes as far as what has to be done before their eyes for them to see it. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, everybody's placed in position, man. Everywhere you go, every job, every store, everybody's COINTELPRO, everybody's down. Like I said, they all know what's going on with you, towards you. And everybody just trying you 24/7, man, trying to get you to get locked up. That's all they trying to do. And I don't want to hear nobody, like I said, say, no, that's not the purpose. That's not the case, because I done met 2 or 3 people before I done knew what the hell was going on, that the same repeated patterns that happened when I done met them. They moved. It was lookalikes. I kept on seeing their names, hearing their names a lot. They started, like I said, vandalizing, started doing all types of stuff. And like I said, you got to remember, this is a frequency experiment, knowing that you're being tracked through your frequency. So everywhere you go, people are being told, and they data collecting and frequency tracking you around town 24/7, man. So anywhere I'm at, people know where I'm at. Wherever they at their house, across town, in a whole other state, city, just because they live here, and this is where the experiment's taking place, whatever is knowingly taking place, but secretly at the same time, like I said, they still getting alerts. You know what I'm saying? They still know where you at. You know what I'm saying? They still know what you thinking. Just because ain't nobody walking around and synchronizing with me right now, like I said, they still don't mean nobody know what I'm saying. And by me being on broadcast, everybody know what's going on. That's the reason why they're around too, because they here to defend. You see what I'm saying? The lies. They here to defend. Whatever. So that's what that is, man, and that's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. And the whole purpose is, like I said, to make you think something that is not. Like I said, owning things and thinking that you're going to have stuff by knowing the government ways and knowing the so-called top elite family bloodline histories and knowing how they get down, and demonic how they get down, and how they little foot soldiers roaming around and stuff. Like I said, you can't really own much and have much, because ain't nobody stunting them. They just worrying about you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody stunting none of these folks. They just worrying about you. Because at the end of the day, while you got your TV off and they got their TV on, or they listening to you through frequency, broadcast, satellite, whatever, they all got to go off of you anyway, and whoever else is on that list that this experiment, this program going off of. At the end of the day, they still got to go off that. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing you could do is, yeah, you need a car, whatever the case may be, to go around and stuff, even though you can't duck and dodge it within your community, because like I said, everybody down with it. But it's just the fact that, like I said, how they play it though. And they think that it's to be on good purposes, but it's really to divide and conquer the community and the world by sitting back here experimenting. Why would you sit back here and have to make it to the point that somebody had to see the same person and hear their names and mention and see their names when you meet this person, if it wasn't to be in a bad way, instead of being in a good way to be looked at, you know what I'm saying? You meet a person sit back here and say they done been to jail a lot. They know somebody that done caught a murder charge. They got a family member caught a murder charge. You hanging out with them or whatever the case may be, or you done meet them, you know what I'm saying? I met them and they live real close by you. And then you start witnessing and seeing all types of weird stuff. That goes to show. Because like I said, the weed is weaponized. The cell phones are weaponized. All this stuff created by the government is weaponized. And it's all being used against you. You know what I'm saying? It's all being used against you. Medication, all that. So, like I said, ain't nobody around or meeting and greeting me and synchronizing with me to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a whole nother level in life than everybody else anyway. And they on a lower level and they sitting back here, like I said, trying to take you out because you on a higher level and they got to participate in this hating program. You know what I'm saying? To defend the government secrets and his lies and stuff to come at you. And that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, the terminologies, COINTELPRO, nanotechnology, DARPA, all that dealing with, like I said, stuff within the inside of your body, or the technology that they got to know what's going on, to give these people something to do, because that's the main role and purpose of it. That's all they doing. If I'm sober, it's not going to be done like that to the point I'm studying and seeing it. But if I'm about to, if I'm taking some medication or about to smoke a blunt or go out of town, or whatever the case may be, like I said, somebody within the area, neighbor or whatever, or somebody, like I said, from around the city, they got to come around to do the tactics. They got to come around to do the tactics because they got to defend. You see what I'm saying? They got to defend the lies. You the truth, and they got to defend the lies, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out how the hell this is a military town and these people coming here being sent here to or permanently placed here to serve or to live or whatever the case may be, to be on the base. But they waiting for me to go somewhere for them to entertain their own self and their families and their friends and stuff by this community standing for them. It don't stand for me. You see what I'm saying? It don't stand for me. So why y'all using me as an example to sit back here and give y'all something to do? Y'all should be going to these places on yourself. You're on your own. Can't no other troops or soldiers can't give you no leeway where to go and all that. You got to depend on me where I'm going to go. You see what I'm saying? You're going to spend a lifetime to make you doing that, especially if I know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? But if I go off the grid, or if I go constantly, you know what I'm saying, like to a whole nother city, spending time shopping or whatever, like I said, the experiment there, they can't be seen, and then they mad as hell. Cause I just seen 4 or 5 people that I literally done described, said their name and described them and everything, and I seen them looking at their phones, tracking and surveilling me around town within the past couple of days. A few people I described. So I know how this goes. You see what I'm saying? But then at the same time, though, due to everybody that's on drugs, smoking and all that, that's participating, they don't realize, like I said, the karma effect that's going to happen to them. You can't steal my frequency. You can't steal my knowledge for what I know, you know what I'm saying, by doing tactics to me. You see what I'm saying? Even if I die, I'm still going to have the knowledge within my own body anyway. You see what I'm saying? You got to go off the satellites. You got to go off, you know what I'm saying, that frequency, that broadcast. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I know it might look like, and it might seem like, that for good purposes and all that. But when you sit back here and you see these tactics or how they play your mind against you, they try to get you to think and look at stuff certain ways from how they broadcast it from when nobody else can't really see. And since all these dumbasses, you know what I'm saying, that's hooked up to your mind, they got to go off of you, then one of them got to be sent out, like I said, to play around with your stuff. Remember, it's a million folks in this community that ain't got no cars, whether they know what's going on or not. And one of the main thing you could do is, whether you have one or not, be enlightened, being woke, and think that you're going to sit back here and just ride around, you know what I'm saying, and your stuff ain't going to be played with and touched, especially by a whole bunch of people that ain't got one and they control. You know what I'm saying? Their mission objective is to mess with your stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's why they around. That's why they here. It's not to work no 9 to 5. It's not to have no equal abilities of living. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to, like I said, the ones that's disabled to serve the NWO. But for the main part, like I said, towards you, for what you know, that's what everybody's going off of, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they going off of. And like I said, they got to do it. They got to do it. And another thing too, like I said, they know your personal issues and personal reasons as far as not having no kids and all that. And they know they got kids and all that. They're gonna mess with you for the hell of it, cause they know you ain't got no kids. And then, like I said, they still got to come back to their houses and go back to their baby mamas and all that to deal with their kids. See what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing but a experimentation of competition, which is failed because the competition of what people trying to compete toward me and with me, like I said, I already done won. Everything that these dudes are doing or trying to do and all that, I've been and did in my late teens and my early 20s. So all that could be shown and done is COINTELPRO, DARPA experimentation, Homeland Security, you know what I'm saying? New World Order, Secret Society, you know what I'm saying, type of stuff toward me. Can't nothing else be done. Can't nothing else be shown. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's at a high level now, you know. He's at a high level in life with knowledge, so all we could do is just form groups and congregations and all this stuff secretly to mess with this person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing. That's what they doing. But like I said, the only thing you could do is just stay away from people, man. Watch out, man. When they come to these people that sell too, cause you know they hooked up. They hooked up to the program. So watch out for that. Cause that's another way, you know what I'm saying, to have them somebody here trying to mess with you. For the ones that sell. So watch out. Cause it's all about what you love and what you hate. They know that you love marijuana, whatever. They'll have a million marijuana puppets, plants, selling, trying to get you to sell so they can have a reason to try to mess with your stuff. Meanwhile, they got a whole bunch of people living with them, staying with them to try to watch over and protect their stuff to make sure you don't hit them up or somebody else won't hit them up that you know or whatever that's in this program that can see and know what you see. See what I'm saying? See what you know and know what you know. So that's how this program goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nanotechnology, man, COINTELPRO, martial law, all that's taking place. It had been taking place. Obama got in the office, it was taking place here. Probably before then, when all the other presidents before then was in, it been going on. It's just for who all could see it, for who all notice and see it. But you know, that's what's going on though, man. They don't want you to have nothing, but they depending on you for your mind and your thoughts and places where you go for you to give them the ideas of what they have in their life. Like I said, they don't want to see you with nothing. If it was up to them, when none of you folks want to see you with nothing, literally. See how they already sold the car to us. You know what I'm saying? Slick, CIA bugged out, FBI bugged out. I got people always asking me once they see this little microphone right here, the Bluetooth microphone. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out what it is and all that, like for real. Being the feds they self, but that's how it goes though. You see what I'm saying? Feds trying to consider you the feds, but they working for the feds. You working under the military, that's still the feds because it's still under the government. The police, still the feds. You see what I'm saying? A correctional officer, you see what I'm saying? A parole officer, it's still the feds. You know what I'm saying? It's still the feds. Parole officer, it's still the feds. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's you like I said, you versus a whole bunch of people that's trying to secretly compete with you when you already won. And on top of that, like I said, they trying to use your mind against you by having to keep on showing themselves around you to mess with your stuff, to get you to think all types of stuff. So I advise y'all, man, you don't need nobody. You don't need no friends in these last days, man. Go out by yourself. Go out with your family, your kids, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out with no sucker, no buster, no perpetrator around you. Don't make them feel happy. Don't make their day. You know what I'm saying? Don't make their day having them around you. Just go ahead and just be solo dolo. I'm telling y'all what I see for what I know. Telling y'all for what I see for what I know. Just be solo dolo. Just be solo dolo. Because I repeat, getting up with anybody, associating, hanging out, doing all that, especially when you know it's a game being played, human trafficking and all this stuff, controlment and all that stuff, then you know they're trying to control your mind anyway. That's the reason why they're messing with your stuff. Because they're trying to control what you think and what you see. So like I said, you gotta remember that. You can't fold up, and you can't fool with nobody, man. I don't give a damn how bad and how itching that you want to get into some or whatever. Drop back. Because once you exchange that number, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, you're going to keep on seeing them and hearing from them. They're going to keep on popping up. Then, like I said, what the hell you going to do? You just going to consider it a coincidence every time you hear from them, see them? Or you going to look at it like, oh, okay, they part of the program. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all beware, man. Beware. Because like I said, I get messed with all the time, man. Every single time something's staged, you see what I'm saying? Every single time something's staged around me for me to see or to glance at, they sending out a whole bunch of people on alerts to sit back here and try to mess with my stuff. You see what I'm saying? Behind closed doors. And like I told y'all, everywhere we go around town, people are placed in enemy position to come at me for the lifestyle that they wish that they were living or that they done lived. You see what I'm saying? So a bunch of unknown haters that I'm aware of, that they playing secretive roles, but I know what's going on. And like I said, I'm going to holler at y'all.